Well, thank you for being here. I used to go in my early 20s to the Moscone Center in San Francisco. It was like mecca of tech, right? Java 1, like all these cool conferences. And when you would go there, you actually got to meet people because we'd all go back to our jobs and we had to act like we were the smartest people. But the reality is nobody knows everything, right? And so you'd go off to these tech conferences and you'd leave inspired and you realize, holy crap, you know, these people on stage put their pants on one leg at a time just like me. And you thought, I can go back to my job and build something super cool. And so that feeling of openness and transparency and sharing knowledge was something that for me was like the ethos of the early era of the tech industry. And now, you know, go to AWS reInvent, it's 55,000 people. It's a little bit different than when back in the day. But you still kind of get that same feel in the tech world. That's a little different than going to an ABA conference. Like, shoot, I shouldn't have said that out loud. Or you know what I mean. Which is like an industry, fintech's like, got a cool new name to it, fintech, but it's kind of still just financial services. There's better valuations if you hashtag it as fintech. But our industry is really complex. There's a lot of fin in fintech. So you can't just show up and be a technologist, and then all of a sudden you're a technologist and you know TCP/IP and you know all these kind of tech acronyms, HTTP and all this stuff. And then you get into fintech and they're like, oh, that's a BSA AML policy in order to pass your PCI audit. And you're like, shit, I came from like this industry where I knew all these acronyms, and there's this whole other side of the industry that's a whole bunch of other acronyms. And so what we wanted to do with this conference was a conference that you learn, a conference that you network, a conference that hopefully you become friends with people here, and in times of need, you can reach out to them and get help. And that was the point. You'll notice, and trust me, we've reviewed every single presentation. There's no sales pitches. They're all talks about overcoming pain points. Now, we got some smart people here. Totally incredible people that have overcome really, really hard challenges, including our first keynote speaker. I still don't understand how she got all the banks to actually play well together. I can't get one to be nice to me. So that's a fascinating talk just in itself. But that's the point of this conference, is hopefully you leave inspired. Hopefully you meet somebody. So go out of your way and meet somebody. COVID appropriately. But hopefully you have a new friend, a new colleague. Join the Moov Slack channel. We don't let our salespeople in the Moov Slack channel, which they're really pissed off about because there's a heck of a lot of you in there. But that's the goal. It's give first. I also want to thank all the speakers. So we did like a cool speaker sponsor party last night, and it was like so incredible to see all these people show up. All of our speakers this year, outside of the keynote speakers, submitted a call for papers. So, and then we deleted their company name and we deleted their name, and we just read what they wanted to talk about, and we picked the best. We had 130 applications for 50 speaking slots. How incredible is that? So next year, make sure you fill out a call for papers, and it's just incredible that we had 130 different people that said, I want to share how I got beat up in my job so that other people don't have to go through that same experience, and that hopefully I can share this knowledge with other people. So, and then all the speakers, we gave them a free room. We gave them dinner last night, and that's about it. So they're volunteering their time. They're volunteering, you know, their personal money or company money in order to be here. And that's, for me, just a humbling experience that this event that I was kind of hoping like 5 other people would show up, like a happy hour, and we doubled in size this year. So it's pretty incredible to have so many people that want to share what they've experienced. I also want to say thank you to the people who flew in Mexico City, Sao Paulo, Brazil, Cape Town, South Africa, Shanghai, China, all over Europe. Shoot, I couldn't even get people from Denver Tech Center to drive up here, so thank you for flying in from all over the world. You know how it goes. Anything in your own backyard can't be that good. You got to fly someplace else for it to be cool. So with that, the last thing, we want to double in size again next year. We doubled in size this year. And so if you can just like haze people with hashtag FintechDevCon and post photos, if you're having a good time. Like if it sucks, like come talk to me. But if it's good, you know, I'd really like you to share it, and we'd love to grow this thing. Thank you to the sponsors. I know Jared said that. As a 1-year-old startup, I threw a conference last year. By the way, thanks Matt Harris and Angela Strange. What are you doing? So how does that help Moov? This is part of the problems of me being the CEO is my team gets charged with my crazy ideas. With that, I do want to thank Jared, if you can stand up, Janelle, Ra, Stevie. These people actually have other jobs. She's in charge of marketing. He's in charge of ecosystem. Ra's my EA. And then on the side, they throw this conference because I got problems. And so if you see them, just like give them a big hug. They've been working 24 hours a day. There's no events team at Moov. We're 69 employees. There's no fintech DevCon team. It's really this team that shares my passion for sharing knowledge with each other. So I can't thank my team enough for all the hours that you've put in. And then also, you know, did your job on top of it at an exceptional way. So also, performance reviews are over now, so I finally got that done. So we're SOC 2 compliant, so you're a bad motherfucker. Thank you.